Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're tackling a really critical make or break moment in your business. It's that exact moment right after you've done some truly incredible work for someone. Imagine you've just delivered a massive amount of upfront value. Maybe you just completed a highly detailed, comprehensive audit for them. Or perhaps you just guided a client through a really grueling 2-hour checklist walkthrough. You've solved a massive headache, you've completely clarified their path forward, and honestly, they are absolutely thrilled. But how do you actually transform that momentary win into a permanent, powerful business asset? Well, that is exactly what we're going to break down today by looking at a concept we call the value loop. So you've just delivered that massive value. Now what? I really want to pause right here because this is where so many people get it wrong. Often there's this sudden hesitation. You've just spent all this time being super helpful, totally grounded, and then suddenly you feel this friction. It hits you right when it's time to actually ask for a review. Honestly, suddenly asking for a testimonial can feel as awkward as asking to borrow their car, right? You worry it makes you sound pushy or overly polished or, worst of all, kind of salesy. And look, it's entirely normal to feel that empathy for your client and not want to bother them, but we really need to look at this moment through a completely different lens. To do that, we're moving from the old mindset to the new mindset. See, the old mindset tells you that asking for reviews is an imposition. It whispers that you're somehow taking something from the client right after you just gave them something. But here's the real truth. Asking for social proof is a business necessity. It is not an imposition. It's literally an essential step to building a solid foundation for your whole operation. When you have a steady stream of leads coming in, it's because people trust you. And why do they trust you? Because others have vouched for you. Asking for that review isn't taking. It's simply giving your happy client a structured way to articulate the success you just helped them achieve. All right, moving into section 1, completing the value loop. So, what is this exactly? The value loop is the cyclical process of providing upfront value and requesting social proof to generate future leads. It's not a straight line, you guys, it's a continuous circle. And here's a quick, surprising fact for you. Studies show up to 70% of clients will actually leave a review if you just ask them directly. You provide the upfront value, like that complimentary comprehensive audit, the client gets immense clarity from it, then you request the social proof. By capturing their words, you create the exact customer story that's going to naturally attract and feed your very next lead. The loop completely feeds itself. Let's break down why completing this loop is so absolutely vital. Because when we talk about social proof, we're really talking about customer stories. And customer stories don't just build your credibility, they make you highly visible online and literally define what you become known for in your industry. Ultimately, that is what sets you apart from the competition. The raw power of a story, combined with a client's actual real-world experience, is a massive differentiator. Simply put, this matters. If you skip this crucial step, it's like leaving your very best players sitting on the bench. You're leaving your best marketing tool on the table. Let's look at how to actually do this in section 2, the magic question script. I want you to listen closely to how this sounds. Based on the value you received today, would you be opposed to sharing that with others? Notice the tone here. It's calm, it's grounded, and it's warm. It's highly conversational, not robotic at all. By anchoring the question directly to the value they just received, like that massive 2-hour checklist walkthrough you just did, you gently remind them of the big win. And by asking, would you be opposed, you're framing it in a way that makes it incredibly easy and totally natural for them to say, no, not at all, I'd love to. It's a direct but deeply empathetic way to guide the client. Because here's the truth. Asking for social proof builds the trust necessary for action. I know it can feel a little uncomfortable to put yourself out there. But remember, we want to gently redirect that hesitation you're feeling. By asking this magic question, you're actually validating their positive experience. You're giving them a voice. And when future prospects read that review, it provides the exact trust they need to finally take action and hire you. Your request isn't creating friction. It's effortlessly paving the way for the next person out there who desperately needs your help. Now for the tactics. Section 3, steps to secure the review. I want you to think of this as a highly functional, repeatable process. Step 1, deliver value. You actually solve a real problem for them on the spot, maybe by offering that free comprehensive audit. Step 2, use the transition script we just talked about, right in the moment when they're feeling the most relief and gratitude. And step 3, provide a frictionless link. Guys, this one is critical. Immediately after asking the magic question, you absolutely must drop a direct link to your Google review page or your testimonial form. Do not make them search for it. Provide the value, ask the question, drop the link. Boom. Done.
Bringing it all together in section 4. Trust creates action.
And this beautifully summarizes our core principle for today's explainer. Clarity creates trust, trust creates action. When you clearly solve a problem for someone, they trust you. When you clearly ask them to share their experience, you gather the social proof that creates clarity for the next potential client. And that clarity, it gives them the trust they need to take action and reach out to you. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought. Are you out there pouring all your time and energy into delivering massive value only to leave the value loop wide open? Take that magic question, drop your link, and go complete your value loop today.